Welcome to A Quest for Metal. Today we are ranking Immolation. Yes, it's a long time coming, but we're finally here and we're gonna rank them. This has been really hard. Yeah, I like a lot of these goddamn albums, and it's really hard for me to pick a number one, but I think I finally got it. May trigger some people, don't give a fuck. It's all in the name of fun. So before I get started on my list, let me know down below what's your favourite Immolation album, what's your least favourite, and what kind of era of Immolation you're more into. You into more the old school stuff, you into the more doomy stuff, into the mid stuff, or the more technical shit like the later albums. Let me know down below, and I guess let's just fucking get stuck in. So, coming in last is Shadows in the Light. Yes, Shadows in the Light is last for me. This one is very much it's a production standpoint. It's very thin sounding, everything sounds kind of in the background on this album. It's not the best sounding album, it's very tinny. That's the main criticism with this album, because some of the songs on here are pretty damn good. Title track, Passion Kill, World Agony, Tarnish, there's a lot of good songs on here. It's just kind of held back, I should say, by not too good production. So that's the only thing I'm going to say for this one. Still an enjoyable album. Again, none of these albums are terrible. There's some that I'm not a big fan of, like this one, but I don't think it's terrible. I would play this again and again over a lot of other fucking albums and bands. So yeah, I still love it, but for me, it's coming here. So next up is Harnessing Ruin. Harnessing Ruin is next with a similar kind of art style as the Shadows one. I like this album a little bit more. It's probably on the same kind of level though for me. They're both last. It was just trying to find out which one was most last and which one was second to most last. Yeah, Questy, words. This one, the production's a lot better, so I'm giving it the edge. I actually do like the production on this one. I can hear it a lot clearer. It's not as thin. The songs are more evil. It does sound like a darker album, kind of like the ones I like, which we'll get to. So I do like the more darker sound for Immolation. And the songs are just fucking kick-ass. Starting off with Swarm of Terror. Come on, the drumming, goddamn insane. I love it. My Own Enemy, the title track is fucking killer. With that fucking guitar melody at the intro, I mean, come on. The holy shit, that's fucking killer. I goddamn love this one. This one is, admittedly, I do love it, but I feel like it could rise. I feel like it is a grower. Maybe in a couple of years it'll grow higher. For now, second to last. So next up is Failures for Gods. Yep, I know. It's a classic, but it's coming here. There is some great songs on this album. It's more the old school death metal kind of sound that we know and love. No Jesus, No Beast is great. God Made Filth is a goddamn staple. That's a fucking classic. It is a great album, but it's in the kind of earlier period of Immolation where all the songs kind of sound similar and they all kind of bleed into each other. Whereas I like the more... Oh, we'll get to what I like more. We'll get to what I like more, and you can all fucking at your screens. But, for now, it's coming here. Failures for Gods, it's not a bad album. I do enjoy it a lot. It just sits more in that kind of old school vibe. So, yeah, we're going there. Oh, boy. Here and After is next. Yep, Here and After. This is the doomiest album they've done. This is the fucking doomiest album they've done. Why isn't this higher? Why isn't this my number one? You're probably thinking to yourself, why isn't this my number one? Because it's kind of boring-ish. It's kind of boring. I think the songs, again, like Failures for Gods, they're kind of similar level. I do kind of wish I was listening to like Atonement or something when I'm listening to this. It has that kind of murky feel to it, which is great. But I'm just kind of bored of that now. And this album just isn't super exciting compared to like the debut or any of the other ones, like Close to World Below. So this is all, biased, obviously. You guys probably have a fucking different list and put this number one or higher. For me, I enjoy it a lot, but the sound of it, I like the sound of other albums better. But Nailed to Gold, how good is Nailed to Gold? And Away from Gordon, Here and After the title track. So it has some staple songs on, like classic Immolation songs, but for me, I prefer a different sound, so let's fucking get to that. So, Kingdom of Conspiracy is next. This is the more Immolation sound I love. Lots of people have this album last. Shame on you. Shame on fucking you. Sure, this is more technical, more, proggy kind of death metal, cleaner sounding. Yes, that's going to offend all the fucking old school death metal heads out there. I love it. I think the sound's the best. Now, I love me some Incantation and the murky sound. I love me some Obituary, the murky sound. All the old school death metal bands, you know, I love that kind of sound. But with Immolation, I think they're better. They're one of the bands I'll say got better over time. They are one of the bands I'd say got way better over fucking time. And this is a fucking fantastic album with so many cool fucking drum parts and cool riffs. I really enjoy this album. I don't know why people have it last. I mean, just listen to God Complex. Straight away it's like down, 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 down. And if you had that on one of the other albums, you wouldn't be able to hear it too much. But on this one, you can hear every fucking hit of the drum. It sounds crisp, sounds amazing, sounds fucking heavy. Great songs on this album. Technical, like I said. And underrated. I love this album. So coming next is Majesty and Decay. Yeah, another one of the newer Immolation albums. And I love the album art. Kind of like looking like fucking... what's his name? Not Hitler. Abraham Lincoln. That's right, yeah. Confusing Hitler and Abraham Lincoln. Happens a lot. Again, I just think the songwriting on this one is a step up from Kingdom of Conspiracy. I do think I prefer the songs on this one. They're more catchy. I mean, A Token of Malice, with the intro, it's like... and it just comes in, blasting you in the face. Hell yes. Sound is crisp, just like in Kingdoms. Fucking love both these albums. A Glorious Epoch as well is doomy, like from the songs in Here and After, but it's not as boring because it doesn't have that fucking thick layer of murk around it. This actually sounds good. And that's what I love about it, because it's doomy, but it sounds good. So hell yeah, this album has everything on. I'm tempted to put it higher now. I'm tempted to put it higher, but the list is set. So yeah, Majesty and Decay is going to come here. I like it a lot. So next up is Unholy Cult. One of the two kind of black and death albums, I'd say. And this one is fucking fantastic, but not quite the best. We'll get to that. But some of the songs on here... tasty and evil. Unholy Cult with like the down, 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 down kind of epic evil atmosphere to that song. Fan-fucking-tastic. And Wolf Among the Flock is great. This album feels like you're being chased by some kind of creepy demon in a forest, and it's oh so terrifying. This is a terrifying album. It's not quite the most terrifying, but it's second most terrifying. Love the atmosphere on this. It's thick with atmosphere. It's not that old school atmosphere. It's this evil black metal atmosphere, and I fucking love it. So, yeah, it's coming high on my list. So, next up we have Dawn of Possession, the actual classic one. And you're thinking, why is this one high? Because you prefer the newer sound and the more black metal sound? Well, this is the first one I got into by Immolation, so the songs are just with me more. I still always love this one, so it's always going to be high on my list. Also the artwork, come on. It's one of the classic old school death metal albums. It's classic for a fucking reason. Into Everlasting Fire is amazing. Despondent Souls is even better. Fucking hell, this album needs no introduction. It's classic old school death metal like you know and love. You know, it's classic as fuck. But over time, yeah, I do like some more albums to this. This was my number one for a long time and I still love it. So it's still coming in the top 3. But others have overtaken it, which we'll get to right goddamn now. So here it is. My number 2 favourite Immolation album is Close to a World Below. This was so hard to come between this and my number 1, but I gotta pick this one for number 2. It's the most black and death, the most evil, the most sounding like you're just in hell. And Immolation along with you. I adore this album. It's got the most evil atmosphere. I love the vocals on this one. Yeah, everything about it is just like an improvement from the first couple of albums, so what can I say? Close to a World Below, a lot of people have it number 1. I almost did, but I'm going with my heart. I'm not going with what the masses fucking say. Father, you're not a father. Him screaming that, so goddamn good. Title track as well, Close to a World Below, amazing closer. Yeah, I love all these songs. They're all dripped in this evil fire. I love it so much. So Close to a World Below is my second favourite Immolation album of all time. Oh boy, controversy. My favourite Immolation album of all time is the newest one, What is going on? For an old school death metal band, this never happens. You go watch my Incantation ranking, or like, I don't know, my Cryptopsy ranking, or Suffocation, or any of them. It's always the first ones. Now, Immolation changes that. Immolation is the band which gets better over time. Gets better over time, boy. And Atonement is the pinnacle for me. The riffs are crazier. The production's the best they've ever done. It's catchy as all fuck. It's got the angel on it, and I love the angel. The title is back to the like a good title. Immolation looks cool. It's not these fucking lines like on some of the others, which was stupid. I love Atonement. It's, you know, it's the... I liked the first album, I liked the first couple, but this is the one where I really loved. You know? So from like to love, that makes it high. Some of the songs sound like Ulcerate, and I love that kind of shit. Some of the songs sound like Cryptopsy, and I love that kind of shit. I love the technical death metal, the dissonant kind of riffs. That's my favourite kind now. So fucking hell yeah, Atonement's coming here. It's the riffiest, and I love me my Bolt Thrower and shit like that. So yeah, it's the riffiest fucking album. It's the catchiest album. It's goddamn Atonement. So yeah, that was my wild ranking for Immolation. You probably don't agree, but if you do, pop down below, and also pop down below your own ranking for Immolation. Do you agree with my list? Do you disagree? Rabble, 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 rabble. Let me know what you want me to rank next. Well, we're doing Pestilence next, but after that. And then we'll see you again on another quest for metal.